Obama administrations. Hello, Barry.
Hello. Thanks for having me again. Great to be on your show again.
Good to talk to you again, Barry. So we were hearing from David there that this guy, the reports are that he was told to drop what he had in his hands. He dropped the fuel can, but he raised the shotgun, and the Secret Service are trained what to do in that situation, right?
Absolutely. Just like the other gentleman said, if the Secret Service is telling you to drop a weapon, they're going to say it once. And if you don't do it, you're going to be shot. They're going to use deadly physical force against deadly physical force. The shotgun that he had, based on the picture that I saw, looks to me like a Remington 870 12-gauge shotgun, which holds about 4 rounds. You could maybe fit 5 in there if you have one in the chamber. So very dangerous. I mean, you could kill an elephant with that thing. And it's not something that was concealable. And my understanding is he tried to come in the gate. He didn't really make it on the compound, so to say. He was trying to follow in somebody that was authorized at a vehicle gate. They caught him, stopped him, and I think the standoff happened right there.
And is there ever an occasion where the Secret Service will not fire in that type of situation?
If he's not armed, or if he's not using deadly physical force.
As soon as he's armed, as soon as they're armed, is that just the training manual, full stop? You shoot?
Right. No, I mean, it's a trespass at the end of the day. They're not going to shoot you for a trespass unless they deem that you're potentially using deadly physical force. I mean, if you have a backpack on, which could potentially be a homicide bomber, it just depends on the officer perception of what is going on, the totality of the circumstances. But certainly in this case, with a shotgun, but let's say he just had the gas can. Well, that too could be a bomb. So if they're not going to, if they perceive that, he has maybe an ignition switch with that gas, or, he's threatening to use it as somehow as a bomb, depends what he says, that too can be a means for using deadly physical force.
And how secure would Lago be? Like what type of security would be around that when the president's not there?
It's going to be at the same level at the White House because it's a residence. It's a presidential residence. So all the bells and whistles are in place. So it's a secure compound. It's going to have everything just about the same as the White House, and it's a bigger complex, it looks to me. I have not been there personally, but from the videos, it looks immense. But they have deputies outside as well as, the key indicator here, when they're saying the deputies were involved, tells me that they're at an entry because the deputies don't protect inside. The Secret Service protects inside. So the fact that a deputy and Secret Service engaged the defendant means that it was an entry point, or he must have just gained access right there. Otherwise, the deputy, if he was found, let's say, in Trump's bedroom, the deputy would not have been engaged. It would have been a Secret Service.
And finally, Barry, have you any idea if this president, if Trump is a target any more than former presidents have been?
I'm getting the inkling that he is, only because of the political, the charged politics, even you and I have spoken to on your shows, that President Trump is a lightning rod for politics. He's on television more than any president that I've ever seen in my career. He's literally on every single day. There's a story about him every single day. That, in comparison to President Bush or President Obama, you'd get 5-day breaks, or say, between them mentioned, but not every single day. So that, coupled with the political environment in the United States, where it's very, very charged, and now we're seeing political violence in the United States I've never seen before. And then let's throw in the Iranian issue, where we may be striking Iran. And now, if you're following Mexico, there's literally chaos and a combat situation in the state of Guadalajara that the Mexican government killed a drug cartel leader, and it is being reported that U.S. forces helped. So I know that from President's first term, he had a $30 million bounty on his head that we don't talk about today because it was a while ago, but I don't think he forgets. And the fact of the matter is, the cartels don't forget, and that never expires. So I wonder if this attack in Mexico with the assistance of U.S. intelligence and potential special forces has something to do with that, in addition to stopping the flow of drugs coming in the U.S.
Always good to talk to you, Barry. Thank you. Good evening
Thanks for
to
having
you.
me. Thank you.